given rare access to take a look at an unexploded iron suicide bomber truck.
So this must be one of the rarest vehicles in the world. This is a VBIED, Vehicle-Borne Improvised Explosive Device, a suicide bomber's truck, captured before it detonates. It's been incredibly carefully built. These wire protection structures, they may look ridiculous, like something you might find in a garden centre. In fact, they are almost 100% effective against rocket-propelled grenades. Going head-on, this would have been very hard to stop with a standard infantry weapon. All of this is homemade armour welded on again to allow the vehicle to get through. Even the engine is inside an armoured block. And again, you have what's called this bar armour to protect the driver with a very small bulletproof windscreen there. The whole idea of this is not to keep the driver alive definitely, but long enough to get absolutely close to its final target, so that their enemies can be destroyed. Now these have been put to absolutely devastating ends. Now here we've got some Peshmerga who are enjoying experiencing life behind it, even starting the engine for us. This is the very seat where a suicide bomber would have driven to his death, trying to take as many Peshmerga fighters with them as they can. Now this is a standard suburban vehicle that has been turned into one of the most fierce weapons in this war of improvisation. Now let's take a look at what goes on in the back cabin. Again, another armoured structure here to prevent anybody shooting the driver from behind. Very carefully thought through, quite skillfully put together by us. And protected again by yet more armour against premature detonation. Even the wheels, even the wheel hubs have got covers over them. The whole idea is that this vehicle mustn't be stopped until it can be finally stopped. It's devastating moment. And in the back of this, Peshmerga found 25 jerry cans packed with what they call TNT. It's actually massively explosive. Now that'd be enough to destroy a couple of tanks at the very least. Absolutely ferocious weapon. And one mercifully, and very rarely, was able to survive and be captured. This not only a kind of result as far as the Peshmerga is concerned, it's also an incredibly important intelligence tool. By deconstructing how this was put together, they can better figure out how to destroy it.
That's finally there for us. Our defence correspondent Alistair Russell is here in the studio. Alistair, yesterday we talked about Michael Fallon. He had been describing Britain's involvement in the battle for Mosul. Today we've had footage of airstrike overlay. What does it show us?
Well, this was yesterday, just south of Mosul. It was taken from Typhoon, one of RAF's strike planes based in RAF Antikythera Cyprus, and it's surface ground target just south of Mosul. And it takes out a truck with a payload laden by the bomb. That would have been brought to their attention most likely by people on the ground, whether that is Western Special Forces pulling in an airstrike, or more likely Iraqi forces. There's been the air campaign is absolutely fundamental to this. To have air cover gives the Kurdish Peshmerga and the Iraqi forces greater confidence. So this is a really important part of the technology.
Yeah, and in terms of what's happening on the ground, I was speaking to Sam Kiley earlier, and he was saying, Alistair, that after that initial push on Monday, things seem to have almost taken a step back. It's quieter.
Right, yeah, I mean, that's not unexpected. So you have the sort of the capture, control, and then secure an area. So on Monday, we saw a lot of an early push going to those outlying villages. You capture them, you make sure that they are completely devoid of land escape and any booby traps they've left, and then you secure them by bringing in more forces, consolidate that, and then you prepare for another push in the next couple of days. I thought what we saw from Sam just a couple of minutes ago, that truck is suicide bomb, probably the most interesting situation to come out of the last 72 hours from that. because people like me speak a lot about the tactics that states employ and the fact that they are quite sophisticated after 10 years of being fed and eaten in those things. But what we're seeing there is an absolute proof of that. They really are quite sophisticated in a lot of their military tactics, and that is a demonstration, that draft, of the sort of challenge that the Iraqi forces are.
Okay, absolutely. Thank you. Home Office figures showed more than 2/3 of refugees trying to enter the UK in the year to June were found to be adults, despite claiming to be children. The data reveals that more than 1,000 applicants' ages were called into question. Mr. Holland joins us now. These are figures from last year, but of course becoming even more relevant when we're talking about the unaccompanied child migrants arriving in Croydon this week.
It's always got eyebrows being raised in some quarters about whether children are in Calais who are at the age of 86 and dying a lot older. And at the same time, new figures released by the Home Office within the last hour or so, which show that according to their own statistics, in the year ending June, out of an assessment of some 938 people, 70%, 68% were deemed to be over the age of 18. Those are out of those who had said that they were children. Statistics from January 2006 up to June 2016 show that of those who said they were children, some 45% were shown to be over the age of 18. So we're still going to fuel to the fire the critics who say that the scheme by the Home Office to sort through those who were in Calais, because they say that they have a right to come to the UK, really isn't as testing and efficient as it should be.
Yeah, and in terms of that testing, we've had a suggestion today that dental checks should be made, proving controversial, Lisa.
Yes, indeed. You've got one MP, David Davies, who has been saying that the British public really needs to have the sense that it is not being exploited. And we have seen pictures of a dozen so-called children arriving in Calais now. They're so cool. To the naked eye, some observers have commented that they don't look like children, and that people who wanted to offer a home to migrants who are in the Calais jungle, who already have relatives here and include some who don't, that when they got off those buses, they were expecting youngsters who looked like they really needed help, who were quite young, not people who arguably some have said were over the age of 18 or appear to be. So this is what one MP, David Davis, has had to say.
I just think that at the moment the guidance is strict enough, because I went through it very carefully last night in Con Rice and checked that the guidance officials are meant to take that down to 7 on the age. And of course there are implications, because I've had a constituent in Oxfordshire who had a young boy placed or getting a young boy who actually assaulted him and then carried out a serious assault. So you have a potential situation here where older people, young men, will be placed in foster homes for families with young children, placed in schools with young children around them. And that obviously, there are obviously child protection here, and there have been, I'm aware of one, where things where traffic result of that. But I don't want our hospitality to be used, and I fear that if we just have a lot of people clearly abusing the system, then there's going to be no tolerance for anything.
The concern there is they include some suggesting that when they forward to carry out dental checks on all those who arrive in the UK. That's something which has not gone down well with the British Dental Association, who essentially say that that's an inaccurate and inappropriate method of testing. So how does the Home Office actually decide who is and who isn't a child? Now they say that they do not want to carry out any sort of tests which are in any way invasive. They have what they call the Merton test, which is essentially a set of guidelines that they apply to people who claim that they are under the age of 18. And the Merton test essentially involves a few key points, which is that the applicant is assessed by their physical appearance and demeanour. They are given the benefit of the doubt, says the Home Office, unless they are significantly over 18 years old. And it goes on to say that the Home Office says it does not conduct dental tests, but does accept them if submitted by the applicant. In other words, rejects them. So, well, I can carry out my own dental tests, but someone is not going to force it. And a final footnote, though, we know that, of course, already immigration and migration is hugely controversial but the Home Office has always said that it's actually quite difficult to deport people who are already in the country. Remember, all these people are coming without papers. They can't prove how old they are, then they can't prove where they came from. It's very, very difficult for the Home Office to actually.
Thank you.
Hello to Sarah. Hi everybody. A very good morning to you from Las Vegas, about 7:15 in the morning here, where the stage is now set for the third presidential known for hosting big fights. One of the last two head-to-heads between Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton are anything to go by. This could be one of the bloodiest yet. Both are historically unpopular candidates, so tonight is crucial, and every single vote counts. Here is correspondent Cornelia Lynch, who can speak to people in the key state of Ohio.
Early voting is underway in Ohio. This Rust Belt state, older, less educated, and generally whiter than the nation at large, is a president. Is an upskill.
Gotta get out of here. Ohio's so important.
He's lost the name, now in a virtual time. In struggle with young working class, but he can't afford a big without trust. Ground game 7 and wanting a whole new strategy.
It really is a rally-based football operation without having any rallies. It's one of the reasons so much of the message.
Republicans have dropped a state that less investment than they need.
Volunteers came up with the idea to take these billboards out of their own pockets. They spent just under £6,000 to spend them across the county over 30 days. They hope they'll be seen more than 2.5 million times.
Winning every vote I take.
Clinton campaign started early. Their script is a hard sell.
Ability to get volunteers is implementation of it's just like just what it is. You have kids, and I already have kids, but I have those kids. And it's just every getting them.
Donald Trump has promised to create jobs. Yes, maybe in the hands of fair and white people.
Now it's about more than what he said, but allegedly what he's doing. Right. That worries. It worries me for the campaign. I don't think they'll be good at this, but it worries me for the campaign.
Traditionally, Republicans stand bang on the college educated. On campus, there's
Well, that's there's stuff about what you said, what you've done, and that matters. I think they care about that. I think they care about it. No, we are in research campus. There are many people. I've never registered for the campus, obviously, my whole campus is very conventional. And I'm up there, I'm registered to vote, and I'm going to vote.
Professor Brian Marshall says the Buckeyes say may well say no.
Trump campaigns, most useful message honestly, non-manufactured, rolled together by the Republicans. So unless he's able to pivot back to those kinds of issues, I think Ohio will need to kind of press towards
At the weekend, the Trump campaign severed ties with the chairman of the party, accusing him of duplicity. For a businessman who loves to win, Ohio looks like an early warning sign. Video Sky News, Ohio.
This is where all the action is going to be tonight. We're on the south end of the Las Vegas Strip. It's where lots of people fly in. These jets, particularly where the high rollers come in. We saw both of the candidates' aircraft landing yesterday afternoon. They're waking up in their own hotels now and will be prepping ahead of high night tonight. Just to the other side, though, I don't know if Jason shows just to the side of that tent. That is the drainage line that goes underneath the strip, and that is where many people who have nowhere to live, they seek shelter under the deck. Interesting to see what the candidates have got to say about that she may not have been honest about. It resonated with lots of folks who don't look to trustworthy. Yeah, now, of course, we know a lot about the wall that Mr. Trump says he wants to build, and he wants Mexico to pay for it. Let's bring in Alberto, shall we? Hi, Alberto. You're travelling here just on holiday.
Yeah, I am.
Okay, what do you think about Mr. Trump?
Well, I don't think he's trustworthy. I don't think he's the same person. And I don't know. I think it's ridiculous that he has become president of the number one country in the world. That's bad. Yeah.
Particularly about the wall that you're most upset about, or are there other issues that you've got a problem
No,
with?
it's not particular about it because I mean that's just some crazy stuff to say. I don't think that's actually attainable. But just the way he talks and the way he cares about everybody, the way he talks about women, the way he treats women, the way he does business, the way he's done business before. I don't think he's able to run a country, especially this country.
I do think that Mexico can deal with a president.
Well, actually, in Mexico we have more problems than Trump. So if he actually becomes president, I don't think our situation will get any worse.
Got you. Thank you very much, Steve. Enjoy the rest of your holiday. Thank you. So, we can see right at the top of the strip, but we keep going. That is, I think that's the Trump Hotel, isn't it, Hannah? So that's where he's going to be waking up today. That's right. 64th floor, a gilded wonder. Apparently 24 karat gold on the window. Fabulous. 1,200 rooms. I've done like a calculation. Of course, one of them, at least on those floors, makes for the Trump entourage. Very often. Outside of the program of last night, reinforced that because of the ongoing accusation about sexual assault and inappropriate sexual behaviour. Very damaging, very poor. Okay, thanks very much indeed, Hannah, tonight. So let's have a quick look at those polls. It's certainly widening the list, but about 49% is short for Mr. Simpson. When it comes to Mr. Trump, he is following a little bit now by 42%, but as Hannah quite rightly pointed out in the earlier on, she's still not cracked that 50%, and she's certainly going to have to do that. One of the reasons that they want to be here in Nevada is because this state has chosen or voted with the next president of the United States every time in living memory, apart from when they picked Gerald Ford over Mr. Carter, Jimmy Carter. But every other time, whichever candidate they have voted for has gone on to be at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. So let's see if that happens again this time. We, of course, have extensive coverage for you here on Sky News. Our debate programme proper that starts at 11 o'clock this evening, your time, 8 hours earlier, 3 o'clock in the afternoon here in Vegas. It's a 90-minute programme without any breaks at all. Both of them will absolutely be on their mettle. It's dubbed as Fight Night by the networks here in the US. I predict there will be blood on the wall. That's
There's a mountain of money being set aside by them to pay back people like possibly missold to your mum. Yet many people have done nothing about it. Can you really afford not to find out if you've grown by 7,000 pounds? It's your money. So if you're nervous, unsure, or simply don't know, look Gladstone Books now and will guide you through the process. After all, it's what we do. Call today on 08000 469 600. Gladstone Books.
Wouldn't life be so much easier if you could control your blinds at the touch of a button? With Ultra Smart Blinds from Appeal, there's no chains, cords, or wiring, because these stylish blinds are driven by a rechargeable power pack. There's a host of smart options too, including automatic timers, light and temperature sensitive control. Everything in fact. Get your shading just the way you like it. New Ultra Smart Blinds from Appeal, the intelligent solution for home shading.
Say hello to Fred's new all-American sticky salt. Yo, it's sticky irresistible. Yeehaw! Everyone loves Fred's home-fried all-American sticky sauce.
I don't want to be alone this Halloween. Mom, it's
from the speaker. Thank you, Martin. Joe Enrico says he's looking forward to a special day. There's Chelsea, first time since they sacked him in November. And Chelsea now play on Fenerbahce, Europa League on Trafford tomorrow, followed by the trip to Stamford Bridge on Sunday.
Now we have special difficulty of Monday, Thursday, Sunday, Liverpool, Fenerbahce, Chelsea is a difficulty.
Manchester City manager Pep Guardiola faced himself by Barcelona in the Champions League side. Guardiola won 14 trophies in 4 years in the Spanish club before joining Bayern Munich.
So it is special for me to sit here. I spend a lot of time here, and this stadium is part of my life. So I grew up here like a boy. Make all my career like a football player, trainer here. So it's always special.
In the same group, Celtic favourites, Jürgen Gladbach in Glasgow. Celtic manager Brendan Rodgers wants his team to build on their draw against Manchester City in their exchange. Arsenal manager Arsene Wenger wants to face their home match against the Forest. Arsenal are unbeaten so far. They've scored against Paris Saint-Germain and Basel, then this was scored this Thursday. Here in the Championship, the bottom two Rotherham have sacked their manager Alan Sutton. They've only got one victory so far this season, and the club say they think changing the management team will give them the best chance of surviving 5 years. Talk from Jose Mourinho on Sky Sports News 8 on that with Stan Plus.
Or you could just hand it to me.
The day for the Sky News coming out.
Here's something you'll really want to get your teeth into. 1 year free Sky Fibre. It's super fast, super reliable, and it's even available with or without Sky TV. Plus, it's only on a 1 year contract. So go fetch 1 year free Sky Fibre. Search Sky Fibre, or go all the way, that's still wonderful free club. Sky, believe in better.
What makes us Britain's biggest bingo site? Is it because you can join thousands of players every day and play bingo live? From as little as £2p a ticket with jackpots from £100. It could be our awards for things like social responsibility, or is it just for the fun? Find out at Tombola.
There's a mountain of money that sets aside right now to pay back people like possibly Miss Salty and Mum. But many people have done nothing about it. Can you really afford not to find out if you grow up to £7,000? It's your money. So if you're nervous, unsure, or simply don't know, all that's done for us now, and we guide you through the process. After all, it's what we do. Call today on 08000 469 600.
I've always wanted to do something big, and I think that opportunity came and I just never looked back. I didn't have the best of school experiences. I did enjoy school, it's just that I was easily distracted when I was younger. It's really important that Sky Academy offer roles for people like me to meet with positive people every day. Obviously that's changed me and my attitude. I want people to know who I am and what I have to offer for this industry.
Sky Store just got even better. You can now buy and keep box sets. Own the complete collection and get every season on your box. From Sons of Anarchy to Breaking Bad to House of Cards. Unbox them on your TV, across your devices, and on DVD. All this at the touch of a button. Sky, believe in better.
The top stories are on Sky News. Theresa May has been made aware of concerns about the leadership of the independent inquiry on Charlie when she was Home Secretary, but didn't stand. Minister of Defence released the first images of British involvement in huge military operations to push Islamic State fighters out of the Iraqi city of Mosul. And the stage is set for the final US presidential debate as Donald Trump prepares to take on Hillary Clinton in Las Vegas. 3 weeks on from his appearance on service foreign ministry, his family are spiritual witnesses to country's 23-year-old and has been off a night out in Bury St Edmunds on the 23rd of September. So far, extensive police searches have turned up nothing, leaving his family entirely in the dark as to where he is, as he did along with Holly's brother Darragh McCaig and his uncle Tony Grimsby join us now. Good afternoon. Very having difficult times for you as a family. But what do you know about what happened?
Went on the 23rd of September, Friday night with his friends, and then gone for 4 times without friends throughout the day. Normal culture, I was going back, then left on what? Left, went up to Watford. Then someone's built on this light down, shot my foot, and that's 2 hours. Then wakes up, he's on his phone after that, he's still never doing that. And he then steps to the apartment shops, then comes back there.
And as you mentioned, CCTV images, looking at some of those CCTV images from various competitors after that night out, how is it for you as a family, Darragh, and how is it for you?
I didn't watch it, I just see him and stuff in out the ordinary. I'd usually be alongside him with him when he's back home doing it.
And you spoke to him several times that day,
Yes,
and how was it?
the best thing ever. I'd planned for a few weekends after what's happened, and all of which were eventually already travelling on many of them on last time I was up with somebody passed out. And sounds like that, just like to come up for Halloween, see us and all the other friends, so it's just something like I think doing one of those.
That's an interesting point. The disappearance is so out of character. I think if you look at the evidence of the case, that as gathered so far, is typically somebody's going to disappear through choice, whether on a reaction, on the side, there's no evidence of that in this situation. And as Dan said, Colin goes into an area that's surrounded by CCTV, and the police investigation at the moment has 3 possible outcomes. One is that Colin disappeared through choice. One is that he disappeared against his will, and the other, obviously, one point they made dead. And I think.
And the search area is wide, isn't it? Because he was walking a long way to his accommodation, but he knows where to go.
We believe that that's where the diary on it is 7-8 miles where it was.
And this is a walk, this wasn't the first time you've done it, this is a walk you did.
You've only gone so far along, but back when I was down the very quickly, I'm so glad.
So you don't think yet about
I don't know, I really was, I just want to get closer, want to risk from that. Not someone will find it.
I think it comes back to the evidence of least possible scenario. Because, again, somebody's going to disappear, they plan to do, and they make that money. Or some significant growth things that happen in a society. There's no evidence of either of those scenarios. But based on Darragh and all of his friends and family, how close they potentially are, it doesn't feel as though the evidence supports that is one of the likely scenarios. And in the same way as the early speculation that potentially links to premises, while but that doesn't seem like a likely probability. So based on the assumption that errors were they would make some sort of public statement. So I think we can decide those on that uses the evidence, which is there's another third party involvement and or have some sort of accident or something or that if that's the scenario, this is the extensive search activity. It is a significant semi-rural, very rural parts. These have lots of forces. They have lots of birds and volunteer search teams from Salsa and elsewhere. But we're now looking towards military assistance, army, specialist forces, engineering type units, all the shit like that. Trying to count that.
And for you as a family, how difficult is it to take that home?
Don't know how to get it each day, and it's just each day by each day. What's happening? And
what about your mum?
I've been with her every day since found out, and she's obviously with her job being in the future, she deals with incidents like this, and she can put a brave face on the stuff. It's just something how you can do it. So yeah, she can cope really well with it at some point, but at some point just get straight on there with what's actually happening.
Again, actually, as you were saying, your brother was out with friends at various events. What did they have to say about that evening?
Well, I met up with the old boy arms, not met on the old boy arms, all them, it's choreographed of the it's what we do that for, we'll all separate.
No, Mum, again, you just called up chill. Wait, but chill. You want to say, yeah? I see myself.
Oh, that's really weird.
Again, you just called up chill. What?
A couple of minutes behind.
That's not what I said earlier because I said shit. It doesn't sound like what I said. I said, oh, it's a week now. I'm on it now. Can it not, please?
No, I just... Oh, go on then.
Yay.